Hi everyone. Today I wanted to make the video while standing. There is no special reason for it. I was just feeling like doing it. Well, I used way too much mangas and books to get this setup going, so please excuse me if the frame isn't the best. So today I want to talk about this book that I've been reading for the past 2 days. I'm personally enjoying this book. It's in German, and that's the point, actually. Our teacher said we will be reading a book every 2 weeks. We will be changing books with our classmates and stuff. So this book is my first book that I'm reading in German. I hope you're, yeah. So it's called Ben liebt Anna, which means Ben loves Anna. And I'm at the 33rd page. By the way, my bookmark really matches with the book. So what I want to talk about today is how reading this book for the last 2 days really made me think about 1, German, 2, reading German, 3, consuming German, and also reading books in general. So last year and this year as well, I've been reading more books. I started to read more, and I'm really happy with that. But it's a hard process. As someone who rarely read any books in the past, I mean, not like read any books in the past, but like I'm not a guy that read a lot. I'm it's really not the easiest thing for me. I'm sitting there and I get bored, but these past 2 years I've been starting back to enjoy reading books, because when I was very little, I remember like reading, I think, 2 or 3 series of books with joy. I liked reading those books, and there were always times where I enjoyed reading books, in certain books, but then I didn't for a much longer time. So that's kind of a bummer, because I really want to read consistently. Like, there are books and book series that I want to read, but it's really not um like, it's challenging. It's challenging, and it's a different kind of challenge because I have to beat my brain. So it's a bit hard. But like I said, with this book, I've realized that even if I don't particularly understand everything in this book, because I don't, my teacher said you should just keep reading. And I was like, oh, shouldn't I just, like look up the word or something? And she said, no, as long as you're not like sleep deprived and can't understand what you're reading or where you're at currently, you should just keep reading. You don't really need to do that. You will be understanding most of the words when they come back. And if they don't come back, they're probably not that important. I'm, of course, butchering it a bit, but that was kind of what she said. And so I did that. And with me doing that, I started to actually enjoy reading this book. Because, like, German isn't my favorite language to read. It's not that because like words are very long or something. It has nothing to do with that. It may be without me realizing it, but I feel like I really enjoy being able to understand and cut to pieces long words in German. I've been really hearing about that from my circle of friends and family, that they really don't like that. But I'm not really that annoyed with that, basically. I enjoy that. So I don't think that's my primary problem with reading German, but there is something, and I really don't know what it is, but I have a problem that I really get bored a lot when reading German. But I have to read German in order to progress, and also in order to do things, basically, because I need to read, to study and generally everything, most of the things. So with this book, Ben liebt Anna, I saw that I should be just reading. Like, it sounds very simple, but it is simple. So that's the point. You should be just reading your book or your text or whatever it is. Now, like I said in one of my previous video, I want to lock in this season, this semester. I want to actually learn a lot of things. And, in the end of the semester, I want to be really proud of myself. Last semester, I really wasn't in the right mind. I was very struggling to even attend school. But this semester, I hope to actually do good and finish this semester with being way better in German. And so I need to read my books, do my homeworks, which I started doing at last, one can say, and, working on getting better at German, speaking more German, talking with friends in German, being more social and stuff. So I've been doing those in these past month, I would say. And I really can tell you that I see the improvement even now. So I will be continuing that, hopefully. And when it comes to books, I really think that when you just give yourself some time, like disarming yourself, I hope that's the right way of saying this, or you understand what I mean, disarming yourself from your computer or your iPad or whatever you have that you spend a lot of time with. Just disarm you with that. And, you can do that by, locking it, giving it to your parents, or putting it to another room, or going outside or something. I really don't know. But disarm yourself from that luxury, that fun, that, escapism, that escape tool, and just have one thing in your hand. That can be this book or another thing that you need to do or you want to do. So I am disarming myself from especially my computer, because I'm spending a lot of time, with it, and reading my book these days. Last night I read, today at noon I read, and yesterday I read at the morning as well. So I've been reading my book lately, and I'm really happy with it, because I need to read this, and I don't want to just hate reading it. So I'm really enjoying this book, and that makes me happy. Now, if you're struggling with reading as well, I've made a video last year, and in that video I basically talk about how to start, working towards your goals, how to make habits, how to create them, build them up and stuff. Now, I'm not gonna say like they're very good or best ways you can do those things. I learned them from experience, experiments, and also from YouTube. So I've been testing those on myself too, and I can say that if you really, really focus and make a good plan and adapt while you're going, adapt to your situation and change your plan, not entirely, but like adjusting it, I think it really helps. Because last year I've read a lot of pages of books compared to the year before, which was 0 pages. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. And this year, although I didn't really had the best starting run, I guess, I really don't know, but I am working on getting back to my pace daily. So with starting reading this book, I've also started reading my other books that I've been reading, and I hopefully will read more. Especially in reading, I really want to get better. I'm working on my sleep schedule, which really is very important. Like, most of my problems comes from sleep, So while being inspired by my friends as well, because they like they have to get up way earlier than me, so they get up at hours that I'm where I'm sleeping. So I really want to sleep earlier, and if I want to, I can get up early and do stuff in the morning, because that's always better in my opinion. Reading books and learning languages, I really like those two things, but they're not the easiest things. So I sometimes struggle doing those things. And if you're at the same place as I am right now, like if you feel the same, like my personal advice would be just finding ways that makes these things fun. Because if I'm not having fun reading this book, like my teacher said, if I'm just translating or looking up every word that I don't understand, I'm not going to enjoy my time reading this book. And she is really right, because when I tried reading like this, like what I described, like, translating everything, that's really sucks. Like, I can read a page in like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, and like that's not fun. That's not fun. And like I said, I'm at the 30th page or something right now, and I'm having fun. I'm getting bored, of course. Like, like I can't go for 100 pages if the book isn't something that I love. I completely love. I can go read 100 pages, but whenever I get time and whenever I feel like, all right, I need to read my book, if it's on my mind, I just stop doing what I'm doing if I can, and get my book and read some pages. And if I get bored, okay, it's all right. There are capitals in this book, chapters in this book, and I say like, okay, read until the next chapter, because it's generally 3, 2, or 5 pages, and that leads to me at least reading one chapter. And this book has like 15 chapters, right? Something like that. Yeah, 15 chapters. So I'm already halfway through this book, which is awesome. Because if I weren't doing it like this, I wouldn't be reading the book at all. I know that because last semester I didn't read any books. I just delayed and delayed and delayed. It's not good. That's really not good. And this semester I won't be doing those things. So yeah, reading books, doing more, slower stuff is also right. And I want to learn how to do them better, how to do them longer, and how to enjoy them more. So yeah, I think that's really about it. And I may make videos like this from time to time where I stand. By the way, before we end the video, I want to say I have some kind of scripts, some notes, on stuff that I want to talk about. One of them is Kung Fu Panda 6, not Kung Fu Panda 6, Kung Fu Panda 4 movie review. I have notes. I just need to work on it a little bit more. And I also have a video about, reviews in general, because I saw some stupid stuff and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That video is more of a scripted video because I was on the way and I had time to write stuff, because there were a lot of things in my mind that I wanted to have them in paper, or in that case in my phone. So I nearly wrote a script for that video, so I really don't know how I would make that video, because I don't want to just read the script while you're seeing me like this, okay, and then but I also don't want to skip stuff from that script. So yeah, we'll see how I'll do it. But in any case, you will be seeing more cool videos soon. And yeah, making videos is fun, man. If you're really thinking oh man, making videos looks fun, I should 100% recommend you doing that. And that's actually another video idea I have, like another things that I want to talk about, which I will hopefully sometime in the near future. We'll see about that. But yeah, that's it for today, and I hope you'll have a great week. And goodbye. Oh, that's not how we end videos. See ya.